Good morning, everyone. This is Jeffrey Kerr. I'm back here with Alex Meyer discussing award season predictions. We're just about over 24 hours away from this year's SAG Awards. That's the Screen Actors Guild, for those who don't know. And so we're here to give our predictions, and we're going over the film categories. And by the way, for those watching wondering, where the hell am I? Well, I'm out of town, so I'm in my hotel room broadcasting here. So in any case, we're going over each of the 6 film categories. That's the yes. So Alex, let's start with the big category, and that's outstanding performance by a cast in motion picture. So read off the nominees, shall you?
All right, and the nominees are Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, Crazy Rich Asians, and A Star is Born.
Yes, and this has to be the one category that probably feels like the most up for grabs. Well, maybe another category, but this one in particular. I currently have a Black Klansman winning because it has the biggest ensemble, and we know how SAG can be the populist. That group can be very populist. So, what do you have winning?
I actually have A Star is Born winning.
Oh wow! That could happen. Although Stars Born has so far been losing momentum this award season. It way underperformed at the Globes. It only got 1 win for Swan, which is a great win, but it hasn't won anything else. It lost the PGA to Green Book, and it slightly underperformed in Oscar nominations, especially missing nominations for film editing and Bradley Cooper for Best Director. So, I guess what's behind your Stars Born prediction? It's not the big ensemble, nor is it really much of an ensemble piece. It's mainly a two-hander between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Yeah, but we've seen weirder ensemble nominations, like we saw Beasts of No Nation get in with only 3 ensemble members listed.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about the winners.
Right. No, I'm just giving precedent as to other films you wouldn't think are ensemble films nominated here, though. But this one, it's one of the biggest it's one of the highest grossing of the nominees here. It's made at least $400 million worldwide last time I checked, which for a film it is a remake, but a remake done over 40 years after the last one, but it's not part of any superhero franchise or any other film franchise. So for it to make that much money, that's quite remarkable.
Yeah.
And given the fact that many people were wondering why we even needed A Star is Born in the first place, and the fact that it got as much acclaim as it did certainly isn't something to laugh at. And it seems to be one of the least controversial of the nominees. Plus, we've seen other films win only this award and nothing else, like Hidden Figures or American Hustle. Both of those were among the highest grossing of the nominees that in those respective years. So it has that crowd pleasing feel to it, I guess, which tends to be the one that wins the most, either the crowd pleasing one or the most important one, like with Spotlight or Argo. Yeah, and I don't really think it'll win any individual acting awards, but I could see them possibly winning this as a way to honor the whole cast if they don't win their other awards, because I remember American Hustle received so many individual acting nominations a few years ago, but it didn't win any of those. It just won the ensemble award.
Yeah.
So I would have been tempted to put Bohemian Rhapsody in first place, because I'd seen the experts writing things like, "Oh, I've talked to SAG voters and they're voting for this for ensemble." But then the new allegations against Bryan Singer just came out a couple days ago, and I could see that making voters who haven't cast their ballots yet change their mind. Because
Yeah.
I don't think you can't, with the type of allegations these are and the amount, because there's some new ones that haven't been seen before. You can't just sweep these under the rug and pretend like they're not there.
Well, yes. In fact, this would really be the test on whether or not the actors in Bohemian Rhapsody can be bulletproof of all the allegations against its original director, because obviously, the actors did not direct the film. So, there's the question of, well, why should they be punished when they literally did nothing wrong?
No, but people are now going to question, well, did you know about the allegations before? And if you did, why did you work with him?
Well, yes, I mean, Rami Malek did express that he did not know of the allegations, even though he was partially responsible for getting Singer fired off of production.
Yeah, but I think we're moving away from the whole separating the art from the artist. We're gonna I don't think we're gonna be seeing in the future too many people winning awards from films directed by scandal-ridden directors. So like we're not gonna see like someone like Adrian Brody winning for The Pianist or Kate Blanchett winning for Blue Jasmine, and of course Roman Polanski and Woody Allen have their allegations have come back to haunt them again in this new Me Too era.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Woody Allen's new film's not even gonna be released anymore.
Yeah.
So that's and yeah, and if, so yeah, but as for the rest of my rankings, I have Black Panther in second place just because of its huge success and not only with critics in the box office, but also its historic breakthrough at the Oscars as the first ever superhero film to get a Best Picture nomination. I could see that possibly pulling off an upset win. But I have A Star is Born in first place also because it came out later than Black Panther, so therefore it might be fresher in people's minds. But I do have Bohemian Rhapsody in third, just in case, because it is more recent and it's done way better financially than people were thinking, because some people thought it was going to be a flop on arrival.
Mm.
And then I have Crazy Rich Asians in fourth because of again of its box office and impact. And then I have Black Klansman in fifth just because while it might be one of the most acclaimed, it's also technically the least grossing of the nominees. So
Well, yes. I mean,
I mean Black Klansman in my opinion should be the rightful winner, but I don't think it's going to win.
well, yeah. But if it does win, could that? How could that affect this whole race moving forward?
Mm, well, I mean it would certainly put the film in one of like the top 3 slots to win best picture at the Oscars. And if like Spike Lee were to win the screenplay award, it could certainly make it the biggest threat to a film like Roma. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens because it's Roma that's been like sweeping all the Critics Circle awards and just won the Critics' Choice. So
Well,
that I
yes.
think helps it put it over the edge. And
Well,
Alfonso
yes.
Cuarón seems like a lock for direct to win director. So
Well, well, yes, but of course, I hate to bring this up again, but we've seen in the past how, you know, the industry and critics don't always see eye to eye. Like we saw with Social Network sweeping the Critics Awards before the industry had their say with the King's Speech, and as well as when Boyhood swept all the Critics Awards, but then the industry had their say with Birdman.
yeah, but I can't really see Green Book or other films coming in. At least I don't know. I mean, every potential Best Picture winner this year is breaking at least one of the rules.
Yeah.
So you know, and who
Mhm.
knows in the future, maybe these rules aren't even going to matter anymore.
Well, yeah, especially as we have growing membership in young, diverse people. So
Hmm.
yeah, so where I stand now, okay, I'm okay. I'm actually struggling with the rest. Like, I mean, you made good case for A Star Is Born, but then again, I still have to keep in mind that it so far has been losing momentum. It's no longer a front runner to win, and well, Best Picture, obviously, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, I could still see it winning if, well, again, if depending on how much if Singer's allegations came in at the right time to make an impact on the final voting. And Black Klansman, well, I mean, of course, of the ensemble is an acting legend, which is Harry Belafonte, and Crazy Rich Asians. Although only, of course, I wrote about this before, but only 2 films have won the ensemble award at SAG with no individual acting nominations, which were The Full Monty and Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King.
Yeah, well, Crazy Rich Asians, it didn't get the Best Picture nomination at the Oscars. So that could certainly hurt it there.
Yeah, because only once has a film that didn't get a Best Picture nomination at the Oscars won the SAG Ensemble, which was The Birdcage.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, But I guess I have A Star Is Born in first place just because, as we've seen with the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice, those are the journalists and the critics deciding, whereas this will be the real test by the industry to see what they decide of the film.
Oh, that's true, especially given that, and the SAG has combined with AFTRA, which includes recording artists and DJs.
hmm And if like A Star Is Born should win this category, it'll be it'll be interesting to see will that give Lady Gaga extra momentum to possibly win over Glenn Close at the Oscars, because I think the race is still too close to call between them at this point.
Well, well, yes, of course, we'll get a little more on that in a few minutes. But okay, I guess where I stand now is I'm really struggling, but well, I guess I'm going with I guess my lineup now is Black Panther, Stars Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Klansman, and Crazy Rich Asians.
All right.
So now on to best outstanding best performance by an actor in a leading role. The nominees are Christian Bale, Vice; Bradley Cooper, Stars Born; Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody; Viggo Mortensen, Green Book; and John David Washington, Black Klansman. So where do you stand on this?
Well, it's the first of my super bets. I have Christian Bale in first place,
Yeah, I have him winning too.
but I have Rami Malek in second. I could see it being a close race between the two of them.
No, yeah, especially you should also keep in mind that there are tons of TV people in SAG, and of course, Rami Malek made a name for himself on television.
hmm Um, but the interesting thing was, of course, when Rami Malek was last nominated here for Mr. Robot, he didn't win. He lost to John Lithgow for The Crown.
Mhm. Another powerhouse transformational performance.
So if he was vulnerable once at SAG, he could easily be vulnerable again. All right, and then I have Bradley Cooper in third place, Viggo Mortensen in fourth, and John David Washington in fifth.
Exact same lineup as me.
All right. So
Yes.
now,
Oh wait, I should point out that no, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what SAG ultimately decides to go here. I mean, even though I have Bale winning, it's the bigger performance, as Tom O'Neill of Gold Derby keeps reminding us that the bigger performance tends to win the acting prize, as well as the fact that, well, I mean, I think I could see Rami Malek being a little vulnerable, making him vulnerable is the fact that, is that the singing you hear is not his. That's by the real Freddie Mercury. And obviously at the Oscars, we've seen how, being dubbed hurts Audrey Hepburn, pretty much prevented Audrey Hepburn from getting nominated for My Fair Lady. So, uh,
and and Natalie Wood for West Side Story.
well, although she was nominated the same year for a different movie, Splendor in the Glass.
Yeah, but it's likely the fact that she didn't do her own singing in West Side Story that prevented her from getting a nomination for that film.
Well, yes, although I don't know how much common knowledge it was. I mean, I know in Audrey Hepburn's case, it was Hedda Hopper who pretty much got word out calling her performance in My Fair Lady half a performance.
Yeah. And I remember I think Angela Bassett didn't do any of her own singing in What's Love Got to Do with It either. I think she just lip synced to the real Tina Turner,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't win that year either.
Oh, yes. So, and
All right.
I guess now, are you ready for the next category?
Yep.
Okay, which is outstanding performance by an actress in the leading role, and the nominees are
Emily Blunt, Mary Poppins Returns, Glenn Close, The Wife, Olivia Colman, The Favorite, Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born, and Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Okay, I have Glenn Close winning this. I mean, in fact, earlier in the season, it looked like this was going to be the only precursor she would most likely pick up, but she's been doing much better so far, winning the Globe and Critics' Choice and tied with Lady Gaga. And so I'm feeling more comfortable in predicting her to win SAG, although, um, excuse me 1 minute. Uh, Hold on 1 minute, please. Yeah, I do feel more comfortable predicting Close now. How about you?
I I am predicting her to win, but I have Lady Gaga in second place. I think there's still a slight chance she could upset, but we'll see.
Yeah, I have her in second too. Hold on. Well, okay, on the way. Okay, thanks. Bye. Sorry about that. I was just on the phone. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, again, I agree with you on the top two. As for the rest of my rankings, in third place, I have Olivia Colman. I think if the actors branch would, I know I could see the actors branch probably relating to someone like her, who's been a working actress for a long time, but isn't until now finally kind of getting her big moments in the spotlight, especially since, even though The Favorite did not get in for ensemble, if they want to give The Favorite something, she's their best bet, especially since Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz are both likely going to cancel each other out in supporting actress. And in fourth place, Melissa McCarthy, and fifth, Emily Blunt.
Okay, yeah, those are my exact rankings as well.
Great.
All right, so
Well, now on to a Best Supporting Actor. Okay, then, okay. Best performance by an actor in a supporting role. The nominees are Mahershala Ali, Green Book; Timothy Chalamet, Beautiful Boy; Adam Driver, Black Klansman; Sam Elliott, A Star Is Born; and Richard E. Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Now, this is definitely going to be interesting to see if Mahershala Ali really is getting ready for a second Oscar within, I guess, 2 or 3 years. Because if he wins here, then it's likely his, and I do have him out front. And how about you?
I have him winning as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if we could see the momentum shift to Richard E. Grant. So I have him in second place.
So do I.
We could possibly see the momentum shift like it did here a couple years ago when Eddie Redmayne beat Michael Keaton and therefore became the front runner.
Well, yes, and of course, Tom O'Neill was the only one who predicted that would happen, and Eddie Redmayne even called up Tom after the show and said, "Thanks for sticking with me." So it's just a sign of how much, I guess even the people nominated for these awards are even keeping track.
Hmm. Let's see, and then I have Sam Elliott in third place, Adam Driver in fourth, and Timothy Chalamet in fifth.
Yeah, I have those exact same rankings as well, and it should be interesting. In fact, Sam Elliott, I could see being a dark horse. He's probably the most respected actor of all the nominees. He's, as Chris Beaton would say, one of those actors who's worked with everyone. I guess kind of like with Glenn Close and lead actress. If that goes for him, then hell's really got to turn ahead on this whole race.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I'm the best supporting actress now.
Yes, then the nominees are.
All right, hold on a sec. And the nominees are Amy Adams, Vice; Emily Blunt, A Quiet Place; Margot Robbie, Mary Queen of Scots; Emma Stone, The Favorite; and Rachel Weisz, The Favorite.
Okay, and this is another interesting case because our presumed frontrunner Regina King is not nominated here. So I have Amy Adams winning in her place. I think. I mean, it's possible she could be a double winner, like Idris Elba was a few years ago, and. No, and interesting enough, one of the awards Idris Elba won was on the film side in Best Supporting Actor for Beasts of No Nation, despite him not receiving an Oscar nomination. But he won in absence of Sylvester Stallone for Creed, who of course who was the presumed frontrunner, but obviously did not go on to win the Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is my second super bet. I do have Amy Adams winning, although I could possibly see either, either Rachel Weisz or Emma Stone pulling an upset because The Favorite did receive much more acclaim than Vice. There's some people who didn't like Vice, feeling it's not enough of a criticism of Dick Cheney. So
Well,
that could, and plus, if there are any SAG members who are upset about The Favorite not getting an ensemble nomination, they could use this category to reward one of them.
well, well, yes, but weren't I guess the actors branch the one who determined the nominations? I mean, I know
But
they're
only like a small panel of only like a small panel of like maybe 2,000 or something, whereas SAG has like over 150,000 members who can all vote. So that's only like 1% of the whole membership deciding the nominations.
okay. Well, yes, I was saying that. Then I know the nominating committee is smaller.
Yeah. Whereas with the Oscars, it's the entire membership deciding the nominations, at least the ones who fill out their ballots, because some members maybe might choose not to nominate someone because of health, they're in bad health, or they just didn't want to bother.
Yes. Well, yeah, as for the rest of my rankings, in second place, I have Rachel Weisz. I've been hearing people say, well, talking about her as a potential spoiler. Like, she is definitely a possible BAFTA winner since Regina King isn't nominated there as well. And third, I actually have Emily Blunt for A Quiet Place, even though she was completely ignored by the Academy this year. Well, I just have her there, I guess, mainly because, well, she's a double nominee, and I guess I could see a case where, if SAG members would like to give her an award, well, maybe this would be a little more likely. Well, Emma Stone, who is my fourth place ranking, well, she just won. Well, she already has three SAGs, including an individual one, which she just won 2 years ago for La La Land, and there may not be a rush to want to give her another one so soon, even though she is in that honeymoon period. And in fifth, Margot Robbie.
Well, I have the same top two, but I have Emma Stone in third and Emily Blunt in fourth, and then Margot Robbie in fifth.
Well, it's understandable.
Yeah.
So I guess now on to the final category of the film awards. That's outstanding performance by stunt ensemble in a motion picture, and I believe it's my turn to read off the nominees.
Yes.
All right. The nominees are Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers: Infinity War, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Black Panther, and Mission Impossible: Fallout. And as of now, this is my only super bet, which is Black Panther winning. I mean, it's the only one of the films that has an additional nomination, which is for Best Film Ensemble. And given how populous SAG Awards can be, I think this is an easy place for it to win.
I'm gonna differ from you there. I actually have Mission Impossible Fallout winning,
Oh, wow.
mainly because I think there's so many Marvel movies in here. I think they could all cancel each other out, or
Possible.
with Ant-Man and the Wasp, I mean, I haven't seen these movies, so I can't say, but like with Ant-Man and the Wasp, people I know have been split on it. Some liked it, some didn't, and I know that it's not as action-packed as the other two, so I could see that kind of losing on that. But with Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, I could easily imagine that their votes could be so neck and neck that neither of them gains enough to win. And with Mission Impossible Fallout, since the creation of the stunt ensemble category back in the mid 2000s, only one Mission Impossible movie before this received a nomination, which was the fifth movie, Rogue Nation. But now with this sixth movie, Fallout, some have even called it the best movie in the series, and that like people thought the stunts in Rogue Nation couldn't be topped, but they say in Fallout it is topped, and that like last time I checked, Mission Impossible Fallout had like maybe a 97 or 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, very way in the high 90s. And some people have praised it as not only the best Mission Impossible movie ever, but some have even called it one of the best action movies of the decade, or some have even said one of the best action movies of all time.
Hmm.
And
Wow.
given the fact that Tom Cruise and a lot of the people insist on doing their own stunts and using little to no CGI in the process, I could see for stunt coordinators, or especially, I could see that being the big boon to this film of having the most realism, because it seems the most realism tends to win here,
Hmm.
at least on the film side.
Well, yes, but I guess at the same time you have to think. Well, are they voting on the film itself, or are they voting on the stunt?
I'm guessing, well, if they are voting on the stunt work, I assume that I would have to assume that this would be the one that would go to the top of their list.
Well, yeah, that is possible. Now
I mean, we all thought Dunkirk would easily win this last year because of its extended battle sequences, but nope, Wonder Woman won instead.
yes. Oh,
So we have we have seen films that aren't necessarily the best picture frontrunner in other races go on to win this particular award.
yeah. So, yeah, this is definitely interesting, but
Yeah.
you
But I have, as for the rest of my rankings, I have Black Panther in second, Avengers Infinity War in third, Ant-Man and the Wasp in fourth, and then The Ballad of Buster Scruggs in fifth.
And as of now, I definitely agree with you on the bottom three. And you know, I might be starting to rethink it a little, but in any case, well, and and,
So,
and I'm sorry.
yeah. So I'm just thinking if SAG voters are aware of the fact that a Mission Impossible movie has never won the Stun Award before, I think they might be thinking, well, then that's a no-brainer. I should just vote for this then,
Well, yes.
because they might be because some people might be surprised to learn that no Mission Impossible movie has ever won the Stunt Ensemble Award here.
Mhm. Yeah. So, well, it should be interesting to see what the results will be tomorrow night, and to for everyone watching. Well, I'm sad to report that we won't be covering the TV categories, at least not today, because I'm gonna have to be going soon. So I guess I'll ask now. Okay, so I guess okay, for the second year in a row, the SAG Awards will have a host. This year being Megan Mullally. How do you think she's gonna do?
Um, I don't know because we only ever had one SAG Awards host before with Kristen Bell, and she was fine, I guess. Considering that it's only a 2-hour show, there's not much for her to do, but I think she did a okay job.
Yeah.
And I've never seen Megan Mullally host anything before, so
Although on paper she does sound like fit to host some award show, given how funny she can be.
sure. I mean, I'm, I mean, with I guess with the SAG Award host, there's not as much pressure as there'd be, say, if you were an Oscars or an Emmys host.
Hmm. Yeah, which of course probably part of the reason why we're likely going to go hostless for this year's Oscars.
Yeah. Although there's probably a very good chance they'll pick like some high profile stars to at least be the ones who at least will maybe introduce like new presenters once that we come back from commercial breaks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Because there were rumors that they wanted like the Avengers cast to be like the welcome back people basically.
Hmm. Yeah, like it, getting different celebrities to host different segments. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see what happens. We still got about a month before the Oscars.
So in any case, to everyone watching this, I guess good luck to you all on your predictions, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.